The Bitcoin under siege, and now the front line is here at BTCChina, which was until, well, now the world's busiest exchange for the popular virtual currency. The price of the Bitcoin here plunged into the low $300 range this week, a steep fall from record highs of over $1,200 at the start of the month when China caught Bitcoin fever. Since then, the People's Bank of China banned banks from dealing with it. And now the central bank is reported to have told third-party payment platforms, PayPal's of China, to cut off funding to the domestic exchanges. So is this the end? Not according to BTCChina CEO Bobby Lee. He and his team have a plan to get a new payment processor on board, whose name he's keeping secret, to restore the flow of yuan back into his exchange.
The next step is for us to continue to look for alternate payment companies that will work with us. So we have some leads, we're going to try to do that. And then we'll take it day by day. We're going to go ask for clarification, probably from the government, to see if we're allowed to work with third-party payment companies. If we're not, then we'll find out, what are some alternate ways for us to do business. And we're just going to take it day by day. We're a startup, we're a young startup. We're flexible, very nimble, and we're going to adjust to the market.
If I'm a Chinese national in China and I want to buy Bitcoin today, how do I do it?
So if you already have an account on our exchange and you have funds in our exchange, then you would be able to buy Bitcoins with your existing RMB funds. Your existing funds are safe. You can withdraw them at any time. We have all the funds accounted for. And then if you have Bitcoins, you could withdraw your Bitcoins. You could deposit Bitcoins and sell your Bitcoins to turn them into RMB as well. Now, if you don't have any funds in our system, then at this point, for the moment, you will not be able to make further deposits, and therefore would not be able to buy new Bitcoins at this moment.
So if you're not able to find new funding channels, is Bitcoin dead in China?
Bitcoin is not dead in China. Bitcoin has been legally classified as a digital virtual commodity in China. So it's a legitimate form of a virtual asset. People have the basic right to trade it, to buy and sell it. Bitcoin will continue to circulate in China. I'll bet whether it circulates freely and in high volume on Bitcoin exchanges is yet to be seen, to see how the regulations play out over the next few days and the next few weeks.
Right, but if funding is cut off, it makes it really difficult for anyone to buy it.
Potentially, yes.
So are you worried that you need to change your business model?
We will adjust. As I told you earlier, we're not worried about things that are beyond our control. So we will react. We will try to be proactive as well to comply with all government regulations, and we will adjust our business model. So I'm not worried about that.
Okay. Can you give us any idea of what kind of business model that would become?
At this point, it's too early to speculate. We're just a few days into this latest development.
Bitcoin in China sort of hit a peak around December 1st, right? And now it's kind of plummeted. What do you say to some of those investors who got in at the peak?
So as with all assets, they're going to be bubbles. There's going to be prices that go up, prices that come down. From the get-go, we all knew that Bitcoin is a very volatile speculation. It's a very speculative asset class. So we always warn people, if you do buy Bitcoin, make sure you understand the volatility, the speculative nature of Bitcoin. Things go up a lot, things come down a lot.
What are your own holdings? And have you sold a bit?
Yeah, I still have my Bitcoins.
You haven't sold any?
I've sold a little bit in the past, but I still have my Bitcoins.
Okay, how much?
No, I don't talk about that.
Okay.